Cecil Beaton, world-famous photographer and costume designer, once said, "If Dior is the Watteau of dressmaking, full of nuances, chic, delicate, and timely, then Balenciaga is fashion's Picasso." For like that painter, underneath all of his experiments with the modern, Balenciaga has a deep respect for tradition and pure classic line. Beaton's comparison of Balenciaga, the godfather of 20th century fashion, to Picasso, arguably the master of Spanish painting, has boldly placed two great artists on the same level, but through different mediums, one through art and one through fashion. Although he spent a great deal of his life in France, Balenciaga's fashions reflected the true and utter essence of Spain. Diana Vreeland, a world-renowned fashion chronicler, defines his source of inspiration. Balenciaga's inspiration came from the bull rings, the flamenco dancers, the loose blouses, the fishermen wear, the cool of the cloisters. Balenciaga was able to successfully capture all these elements of Spanish tradition through his designs. However, one may question how he was able to produce fashions that reflected so beautifully the previous costume traditions of Spain. The answer is easy. It's art. For years, artwork has been a mirror to the fashion industry. It began with artists painting models, painting what they saw. Fashion designers like Balenciaga are able to call upon these works of art as visual references for the designs they would like to create. The relationship between fashion and art raised an interesting question. Which came first, the brushes or the buttons? This presentation is an investigation of how the portraits of great Spanish masters of the time were able to serve as a preservation of fashion history and inspiration through design, as it is expressed through the fashions of Cristobal Balenciaga. The Baroque period was the period in art history where Balenciaga may have been under the heaviest influence. Francisco de Zurbaran and Diego Velazquez were among the greatest Spanish Baroque masters. The Baroque period in Spain refers to the 16th and 17th centuries. According to John F. Moffat, author of The Artist in Spain, he believed that the Baroque should delight, instruct, and move the audience, meaning they should delight their target audience with virtuoso, technical handling of artistic media, and once the attention is captured, the artist should instruct the onlooker's intellect and thereby spiritually move him to some desirable purpose. Zurbaran was able to achieve this tangible form of the human body through his artwork, display the connection of God and the mortal, and portray the monastic lifestyle. For example, the portrait apparition of this crucified St. Peter to St. Peter Nolasco shows the Apostle Peter as he is held upside down, yet illuminated in an orange light. The use of bright color orange is common in many of Zurbaran's works. He experienced with many other bright and muted colors, such as blue, gray, white, ivory, pink, purple, green, and red. Zurbaran also excelled at his portrayal of female saints. Saint Caslita, the daughter of the Muslim leader in Spain, served as one of Zurbaran's many muses. His depiction of female saints entailed adorning them in draped heavy silks, usually in contrasting colors. One of the key elements of the Baroque was the technique chiaroscuro, the Italian word for adding lightness and darkness to a setting. The use of complementary colors supported this technique, as the shiny fabrics helped create shadows and drama to the portrait. In St. Caslita, she is wearing a blue dress anchored by a mustard yellow drape and a rust-colored skirt. One can notice that the material is very heavy yet lavish, and each of the colors beautifully harmonizes with one another. Balenciaga's interpretations of monastic style can be seen through the design of the wedding dress. The bride's dress is composed of white gassar, an innovative textile created by Balenciaga. Gassar is a lightweight silk material that carried the glaze like sheen similar to Baroque portrait paintings. The black evening gown and cape silk echoes the simple cape style of the Spanish monks, but it does not hug the body like capes of monks. Balenciaga's vision of the Baroque through fashion continues with this yellow and light green silk taffety evening dress with a floral chine pattern designed in the year 1961. The dress is made of heavy silk material like those painted in the portraits by Zurbaran. He uses bright colors of yellow and green. The chine style of the dress is cinched at the waist and puffs out at the hips, down as well as the back, creating the same puffy technique as Zurbaran. Diego Velazquez, another great Spanish painter, was known for his portrait paintings of the Spanish court. Since Velazquez built an empire on his portrayal of Spanish courts, His paintings were a reflection of the high fashions worn during these times. The portraits La Reina Doña Mariana de Austria and La Infanta Doña Margarita de Austria both don elaborate gowns fit for royalty. The style dress they both wear is called the Infanta dress or gown, which is the name of the dress that female royalty would wear. The Infanta consists of a tight-fitted bodice paired with an exaggerated white skirt and a pannier, a wide hoop petticoat. Balenciaga's cerise silk taffeta with white lace dress is paired with the crinoline-style petticoat. The dress is utterly Spanish, as it carries the vivid colors of high style in the Spanish courts, as well as the volume in the skirt, accompanied by a petticoat. Balenciaga's Infanta dress was created in 1939. His dress required extensive gathering at the waist, broadened shoulders, and a widened hip line. His Infanta dresses were composed of heavy silk, which added to the modern take of the dress, yet he was able to maintain elegance in his design. Balenciaga's cabbage cape also embodied the haute couture style of the Spanish court. The intense gathering and bunching at the neck evokes the high fashion and status of those that wear it. Through the cabbage cape, Balenciaga has once again been able to draw upon Baroque resources and modernize style into a wearable design. La Maja style, a style popularized by Francisco Goya, is, in English, La Maja, meaning female dandy, is a style that began in the lower social classes of Andalusia, Spain, the southern region, and trickled into higher classes around the 18th century. The Andalusian image of Spain consisted of gypsy dancers, bullfighters, and bandits. The Maja costume consisted of a tight jacket so open before as to form two hanging flaps under the breast, something in the form of wings with sleeves close to the fit, a short petticoat of any color, a black apron, a striped handkerchief carefully covering the whole neck, with the net and montera exactly as the woman. The seams of the dresses are not sewed, but kept together by interlacing ribbons, as seen here. The dressed Maja and La Reina Maria Luisa are both Maja portraits by Goya that showcase the style of the women of Spain. Balenciaga was praised for his close attention to detail in the Maja dress. He is able to create works of fashion with lace, which was a difficult material to work with. His heavy use of lace in both evening dresses of tiered black lace ruffles, as well as his black and white cocktail dress of lace, are very reminiscent of Goya's Maja portraits. And right here we have the black and white lace cocktail dress and the black lace dress by Balenciaga. Ignacio Zuloaga was praised for his work that reflected the traditional ways of Spain. His famous portrait, Bullfighters in Torigano, portrays the spirit of bullfighting, one of the main spectacles of Spanish tradition. In this portrait shown above, 4 matadors, or bullfighters, gather in a plaza during bullfighting season. And they're wearing their traditional matador costume in this picture. Balenciaga's infatuation with the countryside lifestyle and bullfighting enabled him to take the bolero jacket, an important component of the matador costume, and gracefully transform it from a male sporting costume into women's evening wear. In this slide, 2 bolero-style jackets are shown, each created by Balenciaga. Each one carries intricate beading and detail. The one to the left is the bolero of blue velvet with applique decoration and black felt and velvet with jet beads. The jacket was created around the year 1947, even though bullfighting didn't flourish until the 18th century. Zuloaga's portrait, Bullfighters in Torigano, was the visual reference for Balenciaga's spin on the matador costume. Through the works of art shown through this investigation is simply evidence of how art influenced fashion and preserved the fashions of the time. These paintings are still displayed across the world today and serve as an inspiration for anybody with a creative bug.